everybody, it's Romania Black, and we are watching a Patreon commission, and it is a rarity in the world of Patreon commissions, and that is a movie in English. That is an actually Western film that is in English that I will have subtitles on because not everybody speaks English or reads it, so, just to be safe with everything. But yeah, Nicolas recommended Bo Burnham Inside, and let me tell you, I did not, when I looked, I could not believe this came out in 2021. It feels like it's much newer than that. I was like, is this film already 4 years old? What? So I've heard of Bo Burnham Inside for a long time. I know it came out like during the pandemic when everybody was sheltering in place. I know it came out during that time period. I had just started up my channel during that time, so I was busy watching lots of anime. So I did not get into Bo Burnham Inside because I was just too busy watching stuff for my channel. I missed the hype, I missed the zeitgeist, I missed the cultural phenomena, but I do recall, especially when we started going back to work after being sheltering in place during COVID, I remember going back to work and people were talking about this film. They didn't mention specifics, but they're like, have you seen Bo Burnham? Have you seen Bo Burnham? Have you seen Bo Burnham? And I was like, I don't know. And I just kind of distanced myself from the conversation because I wasn't interested at the time. I was too busy with other things. But now, it's really funny that I've been commissioned this because last year, or rather back in April of this year, my team and we had gone to nationals and we were walking the streets of Virginia, and one of the team members was like, oh yeah, it's like Bo Burnham. And that's all I remember them saying. I didn't listen because I didn't know the inside joke, but they were talking about something about Bo Burnham, and I was like, I don't know what that means. So now, maybe after watching this film, I will know what they were talking about. Or I'll be just as confused. But let me say this, I know nothing about this movie. Like I said, I usually if people are talking about shows or movies that I've not seen, I kind of just zone out and get back to work and I don't really pay attention. I'll just be like, yeah, and go on because I'm like, I've not watched it, so, whatever. But I know nothing about this movie except that it's live action and it's an hour and a half long and it's from 2021. So, but now I get to say that I've seen it, so that's exciting. So thank you, Nicolas, for recommending this film. Thank you. We are going to be watching it. Now it's from Netflix, so we're going to be using these headphones, y'all, but there will be a picture-in-picture, and you can sync from Netflix with my reaction. You can sync it down below if you want to, or you can sync with this video. One or the other. Whatever means works best for you. But I want to give a shout out to Nicolas. Thank you for commissioning this month. I really appreciate it. And a special shout out to the Patreon commission tier. Y'all have been super supportive. I am floored every month. I'm like, okay, I'm so humbled and grateful for your support. Thank you. And you get me to watch really cool movies that otherwise, like this one, I probably would never see because when does one have time? So yeah, that's exciting. But yeah, I'm hyped. I have no clue what I'm in store for at all. All I know is it's going to be in English, and that's going to be an interesting time because I'm not used to that. So anyway, we are going to get started here. I cleaned off my headphones today. I was like, I am all set to go and to sit down and watch Inside Bo Burnham. So we'll see. Or Bo Burnham Inside. A lot of people said Inside Bo Burnham when I've talked to them, so they're just all dyslexic. It's fine. But we're going to get started with that movie, and we're going to do that here in 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. I set this back down here. I was like, I don't know what to expect. Is this as I'm choking on my coffee? Is this Todd in the shadows with the keyboard? Has he been Bo Burnham this whole time? I love Todd in the Shadows, so has it really just been, he's been Bo Burnham this entire time? Like the table and the very plain, clear room. Interesting. And we're inside. Oh, and is this a song? This feels very Tron. I'm assuming this is Bo Burnham. Very Stranger Things. Very Tron. Oh, this came out in 21. So is this his like experience in COVID? Hmm. Is that? Oh, oh man. Wow. So is this like tapping into the pandemic? This is what we did. Oh. I feel seen. I feel very seen. I feel very seen with this. Oh wow. And now his room is like, oh wow. So before COVID with just the keyboard and now all of the stuff. Wow, and inside the room. Okay, cool. Wow. Was this his like project during COVID? Holy cow, okay. This feels somewhat relatable. He put more effort into this at the start than I did. He had a ring light. Oh, that's cool. Oh god, wow, the hair changing. Wow, is this documenting like his whole like during COVID? I've debated getting one of those cameras, but I don't know if it's I don't know if y'all want to see me in HD. I feel like Liz Lemon from Parks and Rec or from 30 Rock. He doesn't look bad in HD, but I do have the brow wrinkle that he has. Can relate. I had that when I was like 18 years old though, so it didn't matter. Oh my god. Wow, going into the black spiraling abyss of the lens, that's pretty on point. On point. If this entire film just takes place in this little studio, that would be kind of interesting. I love it's like in dark, you could just see. Ooh. Is this a musical? Okay. Wow, yeah. Holy cow. Mm. Asking this 4 years ago is wild. Ooh. Mmm. Oh, I like this song a lot, actually. The people in Rapture Talk would be questioning the same thing. No. Bingo! From a white guy like me. Oh my god. Okay, wait. Okay. The other stuff. Oh my god. singing this song. Difference metaphorically. Okay. Ah! Oh no! Oh my god! Ah! Ah! Oh man, White Barcoon! White Barcoon made an appearance! That's White Barcoon's cousin. Lowboard Coon. Ah! The blind side! Malcolm X! Oh my god, I love this. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, the joke. This is the only reference I know. Oh my god. Oh no. Don't. It's the Ku Klux Klan, don't. Oh my god. Okay. Making a difference, making a literal difference metaphorically. That's the joke they were telling at Nationals. They're like, oh, Bo Burnham. They were the one guy on the team who is the most white person you've ever met was singing a bar from this and said that line. Making a literal difference metaphorically. That's what it's from. Okay, now I know. I love this. Oh my god. Yes, difference metaphorically. Ah! Oh, the white savior, like, oh my god. That was amazing. That was hilarious. I love that. Hi, are you Alaska? I like it's told shot through a frame. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Our Lord intended. Okay, so it is going to be inside, literally in the room. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. It literally is encapsulating the starting up of doing something while we're trapped inside a room to distract me. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's serious. Oh. And like the oven is not on, like the time clock on the oven isn't on. Yeah. Okay. FaceTime with my mom tonight. Oh my god. For the record, I was not as depressed as this man seems to be. This is giving like Ben Wyatt, Parks and Rec, claymation vibes. I was not depressed. I just wanted to use something with my time. So that's why I started reacting, because it was like, What else am I gonna do? I have nothing to do here in the middle of nowhere. You know, for doing this all himself, this is incredible lighting and beautiful. Tonight. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Wow, iPhone 5 and like what are they on 10? Oh my god. So we have a lot of issues with our dad. Hey, don't feel bad. At least you have parents you can call. Oh, don't say you're wasting your time. Mm. Like, you could not have a mom that calls you, my dude. Mm. I like that his character, which is self-referential, is like, at one point, really likable, but then, like, in these moments, even if it's relatable, it's kind of like, ooh, he's kind of a jerk. And that's like a little glimpse into that character. And like everything's in disarray and like messy here, showing like the state of his mental state, that he's kind of all over the place and not doing well. Okay, so the kitchen you can see behind him. He has like this looks like the inside of Andor, like where Luke's like aunt and uncle, Aunt Beru and them lived, only it's been like enclosed from the original Star Wars. What was that? What was that little glitchy him in the corner? That was weird. Is this gonna get weird? Is this gonna get weird? Everything is so messy. Is this serious? Is this movie gonna get crazy? He has like the Steve from Blue's Clues shirt on. Oh my. Hmm. And this, it's getting like slowly closer to him. Oh God, we're only 15 minutes into this film. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh my. I thought he was gonna talk about like being on his penis, but oh my God. Yeah, a bit. I love. Oh my God. That's pretty relevant now. Man, 4 years later. Release the Epstein files. Yeah. No shit. Ha! Look at that. Oh my god. Ah! Oh my god. His liminal space. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's insane. My dog. Oh my god. Oh my god. Crazy. A former comedian. Like, is this gonna be parroting the commercials? A brand? Inside. Oh, friend. Wow, this was 4 years ago. This is insane. Mmm. Man, how that went in the toilet in 4 years. Like, through TikTok. I like his hair is getting longer, so he's put it back in the... Ooh. Ooh. And how crazy that's changed lately. Bagel bites! I don't see it, bud. In theory! I do like some wheat thins. Lyme disease! Hmm. If that's not talking about like the influencer marketing, I don't know what is. White woman's Instagram! It's so true already. Oh my god. The shoulder cut out. And a flower crown. Oh my god. He looks like BB No right there, like BB No Money. Baby No Money. Shows how hip I am. May contain wine! He did look like Baby No Money with the glasses. Oh my God. With the... I actually love all this part of this thing. Oh my God. R.I.P. Beyonce is my spirit animal. Oh my God. Was this Revolutionary Girl Lieutenant? All of this is so on point. So on point. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, I've seen 1,000 of those. Oh my God. Ah. No, I've seen so many of those. I'm then going in and out. The pillow with the words. Damn, call it out. Favorite position, CEO. Oh my God. This is so on brand. It's so on. It's just there. Yeah. No, no, no. It's not changed too much in the last 4 years either. Just different trends. The Buddha statue. Yeah, see, looks like Baby No Money there. Wow. That was on point. Oh, wow. Him in the all dark there, like, with the reflection. That's creepy. Creepy. Ooh. It's kind of creepy. Wow, and you just see how much equipment he has and how messy that place is. Oh, wow. Called out. Mm. Oh, man. Wow, I like that it's like slowly deconstructing his psychosis as we go. An hour. Wow. Mm. I like this as a musical. Ha! It just ends. We don't have anything else with it. This feels like King of the Road, the same tune. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is gonna feel so seen, so self-referential. Oh no. This is meta. I feel so called out in this moment. I feel so called out. Oh, I love Live. It's just an endless loop. Oh my God. Wow. Oh my God. I love. Okay. Wow. The endless loop of how it just becomes like it feeds into itself. God, I love this. Wow. For being pretentious. Wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. There's moments where he just ends the video and it's like, this is like hilarious, but then kind of creepy. He sounds like the singer of. Who does he sound like? Not Flock of Seagulls. He sounds like another. Oh my God. Who does he sound like? He sounds like he sounds like a European singer. I wish I could think of it right now. Da, na, na. Maybe it's London Calling? Is it The Clash? Does he sound like The Clash? Wow, all the chords and everything. And the tech. Mm, yeah. Mm. This movie is humbling. 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 I love all the distortion and the crap that's on the ground. Again, showing his state of being throughout the whole thing. Oh, well, Oh my god. So I have things to say about this song, but that'll be for the discussion. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh my god. Shit! Except for the top hat! Oh my god. Ha! What'd you expect? Oh my god! My phone dies! Oh my god. Oh my god. The baby from Eraserhead. Insane. Oh my god. Wow. Oh my god. I have a story to tell about that, but we're not there yet. Don't hurt yourself. Nope, don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch that. No. Oh, I don't want him to hurt himself. Oh my god, I don't want him to hurt himself. I don't want himself to hurt himself. No, don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. I don't want him to do it. I don't want him to do anything scary and graphic. No, don't do it. Don't do it. I can't look because I don't want him to stab himself. That will gross me out. No. Oh my god. That was scary. I didn't want him to hurt himself. Like, he's slowly going crazy, and it is not lost to me. I don't want him to hurt himself. Oh my god. Oof. Ooh. Interesting. Is there not? Oh, wow. And it's slowly getting closer. Oh, wow. Ooh, okay. Like him slowly drawing in some of his like inner issues from childhood to put into this is interesting. Oh, wow. And the redoing it over and over again. I do not do that. I will occasionally, like, I'll start the intro to my videos and I might make a mistake and restart the first 30 seconds. But usually once I'm on a roll after like the first 30 seconds, I just go with it. Because it's like, I don't got time to redo it over and over again. I feel like he's just slowly losing it. And this feels very Citizen Kane. Of like, yeah, as a kid. Oh, this feels very Nicholas, Jack Nicholson in The Shining. Creepy. Creepy. Problematic. Ha! Ooh. Mm. Oh my god! I was Jasmine one year, so I feel you, but I wasn't 17. I was like 5. So my parents gave me that costume, and Aladdin was popular at the time, so sue me. mm. Mm. Oh, did not need to see that. No! Ew, I don't want to see his belly button anymore. Vaguely shitty. Oh my god, with the crucifix. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow, and the chair in the middle with the spotlight on it. Wow. It's crazy he's in this micro home and is stuck inside this little like mini home to do all of this. Oh. Oh. Is on the okay. I thought it was on the stove, but no. Hmm. Wow, because his hair's grown out so much. Oh, does he turn 30 at midnight then? Hmm. 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 Uh-huh. Hmm. Go sleep. Sleep first. I was 32 in 2020, so I kind of got to experience that before this. Oof. I don't like the silence. Wow, I'm back to work. He really meant like I'm going to make another song. Ha! Oh my god. Like no. Oh, gross. That's crazy that that's ha. Mm. Oh wow. Mm. Zoomers, yeah. Oh my god. I like that things get a little bit more unhinged as we go. Like the stuff on the floor hasn't changed, but like him exposing himself, like wearing only the boxers. No, no real. Oh my gosh. Ah! Oh my god. It's all fun and games, but then it gets really dark and depressing very quickly. I mean, it is the whole time. He's clearly depressed, but I don't want him to hurt himself. Can we not? Can we not have him hurt himself? I don't want him to hurt himself. Okay. Hmm. Oh, wow. No, his hair growing out. Oh my gosh. Oof. Oof. Ooh. Oof. Mm. This idea that he's saying this to himself. Oof. Ooh, that's a grisly intermission. That's a grisly intermission. No, that's scary. No. Ooh. I'm out of coffee. This is not good. I guess this is the intermission. No, do not commit suicide, please. You are of value and you can do something in the world. Wow. The idea of like washing the windows clean. Oh, he left that little bit on there. Oh, maybe get it off. Yeah, there we go. Okay, whew. That was gonna bug me. Oof. This angle's weird. Ooh. Like, oh. Oh! No. I find it concerning. More so. Yes. Yes. Oh. No. No. Oh. Oh, there it is. Yeah. That was what it was earlier. Wow. We're gonna like wreck the Twitch streamers. Oh. Wow, this is kind of scary. Oh my god, like almost a year. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's like The Sims, the crying. Oh. This is really, like, unnerving. Like a cop. Is the light supposed to represent, like, the truth, finding what you need to do? Uh, Making music. Oh. Oh God. Oh God. Like, he's really sad. This is. Oh my God. I don't like this ominous music. Oh, it's a pull-out. Oh, okay. It's a pull-out bed. I wondered where he was sleeping at. Hmm. I was like dragging the Twitch stream. Oh wow. Mm. He has like the most beautiful blue eyes. Was the door open? Like he could go out? Oh no. Oh. Oh. Oof. Definitely like struggling with depression. Oh. Oh my God. I feel like there's so many people that went through this though, of feeling just like the isolation and depression set in of being by themselves. Hmm. Oof. Yikes. Oof. Not Atlanta. Hmm. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my God. Not great. Nope. Mm. Mm. Every time the camera starts to zoom in slowly, it creeps me out. Oh. Well. Hmm. Ooh, this is just like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's the internet. Mm. Wow. If that's not describing the internet, that's insane. Boredom is a crime. Wow. I want to go back and talk about that one. Mm. Not very long ago. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, man. I feel. Mm. Oh. Oh. Hmm. Mm. And the red. Oh, wow. Ooh. Insane. Very villainous. The way that his glasses are reflecting everything, it feels so devilish. Tragedy and boredom's a crime. Oh my God. Yeah, oh my God. Oh. mouse jacket. Oh my God. Oh, that is such a stark shot. That was creepy as shit. Oh my God, him just like halfway in the nude. Hmm. Hmm. Ooh. Oh wow. Like we slowly got less and less comedy because it got more and more serious, but oh my God. Oh buddy. Oh buddy. Ooh. Really? Oh my God. Uh ha! That seems very 2021. Hmm. It keeps getting closer on him and it creeps me out every time. I'm constantly I'm so worried for his character throughout this whole thing. The whole time. Oh, that's how you say that. Ha! Female Colonel Sanders. Mm. Huh. Let's not talk about that. We don't want to talk about that. Let's not talk about this. Yikes. I would tell him I would tell him just to walk outside, but I know it's like the metaphor that you weren't supposed to be able to go outside. So I get it. Ooh. Wow, and the lack of human interaction with that. Amazing. Yeah. Mm. Oof. Mm. I get really nervous around him at this point in the movie because it's like he's had all these like really ideations going on, and it makes me so nervous because I don't want him to hurt himself. Uh, uh, hope he's just talking about COVID. Just hoping he's talking about shelter in place and COVID. Ah! And him scatting like he was before. Ooh. And it like zooms back out. Ah! Makes me so nervous. Makes me nervous. No. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. I like so all the indoor, like reflecting everything outside, inside the walls. He was really channeling Todd in the Shadows there. All the equipment around him is like isolating and like suffocating him. That's crazy. Okay. Hmm. Oof. That slap was palpable. Oh my god. There was nothing wrong with any of your takes, sir. Nothing was wrong. That cut to that shot is crazy. Okay. Yeah, no. Oh my god. Oh my god. I feel so bad for him. Is he like imagining an award show? Wow. And he's so alone during that whole time. And going back into the lens, only it's like blurrier and not as in focus. God. Mm. Oh my God. Like watching this man. Yes! No! Ah! 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 Like, this is so unsettling. Like, this terrifies me, to be honest. It's like trap music. Ah. Nicolas, you wouldn't lead me astray, would you? You wouldn't do that, right? I don't know. And everything's like a few seconds behind. Oh my God. Mm. Oh my God. And then this happened. You got this place. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. Shit. Oh. I don't know. I don't trust this. Oh my God. I love that this is incorporating some of the techniques he used in like the 30 song and then in other songs. And it feels like trap music, which was really popular at the time. Oh my God. This hits a lot harder in 2025 than you would think. Than you would think. Is that like a battery sign? Is that a dead battery? Oh my God. The one thing says he has battery. This is terrifying. And he just keeps going. He still does it. He keeps doing it. Damn. Watching this be like the slow mental breakdown of someone during the pandemic is, yeah, wild. Wild. Don't hurt yourself, please. I hate that door doesn't open. Just open the damn door. Oh, and he's... Oh! Why are you in black? And why'd you shave? No! Don't hurt yourself. Did he do this at the beginning? Because he's been in the white shirt like most of the time. Or did he shave and put the black shirt on? Oh, wow. Or did he start this at the beginning and now he's doing like both versions? Okay. Ooh. I don't know how this is really going to end without something bad happening, but I'm hopeful it won't. Like the pandemic's going to be over by the time he finishes it. Oh my god. Oh. Uh. Oh. And like the daisies over the eyes. Mmm. Oh. Visually, this has been so interesting and really good. No, you need to go outside, sir. Yeah. Eh. Oh, wow. Mm-mm. Oh. Oh, my God. Oh, that's good. Aha! Oh. And the moon, like the full moon. Almost feels like inside the egg in that moment. Oh, bitch. Bitch, go outside. Oh, and the keyboard and everything's gone. But all the equipment and everything is gone, so is it a metaphor? Did he actually hurt himself, or is it not? Oh, and him all in the white. Shit. Did he die and now he can't go back? He like went to the light and now he can't go back? Oh my God. And then we go back inside the house. Oh my God. Oh! Bitch! What? Oh my God. Ah! Ah! Holy shit. I kind of want to watch the inside, like I kind of want to watch the behind the scenes, but I don't know if it's too long. I don't know how long it is. Oh my God. That was insane. What a ride. Inside his house. Wow. Holy cow. Wow. Yeah, no joke. Want to talk about it. Indeed. Indeed. Holy cow. Well, I want to go. Oh, those are outtakes. Oh, that's like an hour of outtakes. Okay. Ha! That seems like an hour of extra things with outtakes, so that might be something. Oh, I guess he's done other things too, but okay. We're going to talk about that. Holy shit. I feel rather seen. Oh my god, Nicholas, that was insane. No. Okay. I get the hype now. I get the hype. I get the hype. Holy shit, that was insane. I was I've not felt that humbled, seen, called out, as well as absolutely petrified for watching something on screen than I have watching this. Because, I was doing fine till he brought the knife out. And he didn't end up doing anything with the knife, but the moment he started brandishing it, I was like, oh no. Not only is his mental deterioration, like, present, but that was, like, the sign of everything starting to go downhill. Like, we all were like, ha ha, this is really funny. And then as the special went on, it was like, oh, this is less and less funny, and more like, oh, this man is depressed. Oh, he's really having a hard time. Oh, this is what depression is, because there's the door, but you don't feel like you can leave the room. You're stuck there. And that's an adequate metaphor for depression. And like, oh, cool. And then the moment he gets outside to touch grass, he can't go back in. And that creates a whole new anxiety. And it's like, oh, God. And then he's just watching and laughing at the end, like, God, I needed this mainly to warm up, but so in case if you're wondering, I did look it up. That outtakes that I saw was like another hour of like bonus songs and things like that. I might have to watch that on my own time now, because I was like, whoa, I don't know what that is. But yeah, it's like an extra song of outtakes from the album. It's like an hour long YouTube video of outtakes and unused songs and behind the scene footage and alternate takes from the special was published, okay, in June, like a month later. Okay. So he actually was basing this on his whole experience. He had a previous stand-up comedy special called Make Happy in 2016, and he quit performing 5 years ago, as he said, because it had led him to having panic attacks on stage. It was all very autobiographical, right? And then just as he was gonna, God, the idea of just as he was about to go back out and start again, it was January of 2020. It's kind of wild, because I sort of understand that feeling a little bit. I had in the fall of 2019, I had started to go back and get like my second graduate degree so I could teach some classes in communications. And it was an online program. It was reasonably priced. I could afford it. It was an online program, and I was getting my master's degree. I'd done the GRE again. I went back and did all the testing, and I had done fall 2019. I'd done my first semester of graduate school doing that. And then in spring of 2020, I remember they told me, they were like, hey, they're like, I know this is a fully online program and that's what you bought into, but we've decided we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to make it entirely face-to-face. And the college that I was going to was like 6 hours away. And I was like, what? And they're like, so we're going to go and make it fully on face-to-face, in the following year. And I was like, but I just started. And they're like, sorry. They really were not like very flexible. They're just like, guess you'll have to come here or not go to school anymore. And I was like, oh, and I remember being gutted. And I was trying to map out, like with work, I was like, can I make this work? Can I do like one class a semester? And just, because by that point I had like 3 classes invested from the fall. And I was like, I'm invested. I want to keep doing it. And then in March of 2020, the pandemic hit a fever pitch and we were suddenly stuck inside. And the college contacted and we're like, actually, we want your money still, so we're going to keep it online. And I was like, But I graduated in May of 2021. And after that, that program is no longer fully online. It's face-to-face now. And I was like, well, I was like the last class that graduated in that program with an online graduate degree. And I was like, that's crazy. But Yeah, what a weird time. What a weird time, right? What a very bizarre time indeed. But yeah, so this series, they usually say that comedians, people who are comedians, often are hiding like the darkest part of themselves. I like that this movie began and ended with the empty room, showcasing like he started out with the keyboard. I don't know how we're supposed to take the ending. There was a kind of there was a cynical, sad part of me that wondered if he killed himself in the end because he's wearing all white, like, you know, very pure sort of like, and then the room, like all of the equipment is gone, even the keyboard is gone, it's just the chair. And then he walks outside, the light shines in, it almost feels like he's leaving this world, he's entering the light. And then the moment he like closes the door and he's outside, he's died, and he tries to go back inside and he can't do it anymore because he's dead. I was like, because then they pan out and it's him back inside with all the stuff, looking at it, being like, is that like what he imagines being one of the endings? And I was like, first of all, yes, the helpline, like, y'all, if you have any type of suicidal ideations, please contact resources, talk to someone. Please don't commit suicide. Don't give up your life. I know it seems like sometimes it can be really scary and dark and isolating, but like, you have value in this world. Don't give it away. Don't throw it away, right? You know, there are people that get kicked by donkeys in the head and they didn't ask for that. You know, there's people whose lives are cut short tragically. Don't do that to yourself, you know? Damn, this movie like was really palpable. It was just like you could feel, I think it's such a very important and good metaphor of depression. And it's such an accurate depiction of depression, of just someone's psychosis just sliding slow and slower downward. And just something that seems so simple. You're like, oh, just open up the door and go outside. But if you're depressed, it's not that easy, right? It's more than that. So yeah, I liked how this showed like the beginning of him filming and then kind of like how it went and like the process of him creating all the things and getting the lighting and starting the techniques and having the chair and like beginning the filming and the black lens being this like ever present like void that it all goes into. And then, you know, he starts out in the black shirt singing the song, and then as it goes he ends in the black shirt, but he has like the spotlight on him. Like you had the right before the power of the comedy show. Oh my God, that song is amazing. That song's my favorite song. It's so good. But like at the very end, he's like naked in front of the spotlight, like how a comedian feels when they're in front of the crowd. They're just naked and on display and revealing all these parts of himself. Oh my God, it's insane. It's crazy. He has like the most beautiful blue eyes. I'm a sucker for blue eyes. And then like Whiteboard Coon's cousin, Shortboard Chan, he did there. He's like, what does he say there? What was on the bulletin board there? He's like, okay, he says, is it funny? I wanted to go back to that whiteboard of what he has like during the song, because he uses a lot of the same graphics over and over again. I'm a special kind of white guy. Okay, the one joke that I knew, I was saying it during the reaction, when we were at Nationals back in April, the one guy on the team that ironically kind of looks like Bo Burnham a little bit, but he was just like, he said figurative, he's like literally, but like something literally, but also metaphorically, like that line, I was like, oh, that's what it was. Like he was singing it and everybody was like, oh, Bo Burnham. And now it all makes sense. I'm a special kind of white guy. Yeah. I've self-reflected. I want to be an agent of change. I feel like this song is so indicative of, you know, I'm one of them. Everybody was like, Chris Fleming, who's such a funny comedian. I've seen him a couple times. He's so funny. But he had a song about like the normies are getting onto the internet. The normies are getting creative. But when people were stuck inside their homes, it's like, what do you do? I was lucky that I lived in a rural enough area that not only could I get out and literally touch grass and walk around because I wasn't near anybody, but also I lived near my family. And so we all could be near each other and it wasn't a big deal. Like we all were social distance, but we could be around each other because it's like we're not around anybody else, you know? So I was fortunate. I feel like being isolated from family, when he has a song about his mom and FaceTiming and he seems really ungrateful about the mom and the dad, I'm like, man, I know some people that couldn't be around their families and they were not having it. They were just really miserable. And then the funny thing is, I called him a jerk in the reaction, but as the movie goes on, you kind of realize he's not really being a jerk. He's just so mentally unwell that it's projecting like into himself and he's projecting it onto people. And that's so well done. I was like, oh man. But I want to see what this whiteboard says. I'm going to use my privilege for good. Yeah, all these people were like getting into what if dogs could vape? Oh my God. And he has like the Twitter mug. Oh my God, American white guys. We've had the floor for at least 400 years. Oh my God. Maybe I should just stop talking, but I'm not going to do that. No. But yeah, he's like, I'm bored. I don't want to do that. Wow, I want to get what the whiteboard, yeah. So it says, is it funny? Is it mean? Yes or no? Is it mean? Yes, not funny. Is it mean? No. Could it be interpreted as mean? No. You don't know that. What? So it says, okay, you don't know that. What? I said you don't know that. Okay. You're right. Sorry. Is it actually funny? No, not funny. Yes, funny. And it says, does it punch down? No. Not sure. Does it target those who have been disenfranchised in a historical, political, socioeconomic, or psychological context? Yes, not funny. Amazing. Amazing. And what did he write down there? He's like, there's got to be another way. Ah! So he says the number of lives changed. It's like comedians and then teachers. I feel called out. I feel called out. Oh my God. But yeah, back in March of 2020, that's when we all got kind of stuck in place. And then I worked for 2 months in remote and I hated it. And I really don't like working remote. I like to separate my home from my profession. And I know I do this in my home, technically. I keep it in one room, obviously. But I definitely feel like I hated working from home remote. I hated it because it was constantly like your work just followed you and I did not like it. Not one bit. So I was actually happy to go back to another building where I could like say, that's me, that's Romania doing that and not Romania doing this. But when we got out for May, I was like, you know what? I'm watching all these other people react online. It's something to do. And then here we are 5 years later. Wild times. Wild times. The part about everyone having an opinion and not just shutting the fuck up, I was like, I felt that. I felt humbled watching that. I was like, yeah, a bit. Oh, wow. And then he has the whiteboard that says comedy. And it's like movies, Thor's comebacks, a 2-hour indie dramedy, 0 laughs, a sequel to classic comedy everyone watches and then pretends that never happened. Impossibly straightforward 2-word titles. Robert De Niro literally eating human shit. Oh my God. Professional wrestlers being scared of spiders. TV, talk shows, adults playing Twister, Harvard grad speaking truth to power, Uncanny Valley sitcom reboot, monthly historic award shows, groundbreaking series about male comedian in NYC having sex shot on 35 millimeters, mockumentaries about how fun it is to serve the state, 9-season love letter to corporate labor, subversive cartoons for men in their 30s. You would love it. Smug looks to the camera, funny memeable ad for a celebrity-owned pharmaceutical company, sexually pranking suspected women at public beaches. Well, giving something eulogy while eating not peppers. Interesting. Adults doing skits about homework and leisure wear. Psychologically abusive parents make Rube Goldberg machines. Oh man. Cauliflower ear podcast geniuses. Interesting virgins doing TED Talks. Can that be my band name? Interesting virgins doing TED Talks. Can we do that? Is that my new branding? It might be my new van branding. I like that. Legends that definitely have not gotten worse. Oh man. You triggered middle-aged men protecting free speech by humping stools and telling stories about edibles. Man, interesting virgins doing TED Talks is my brand. I feel like that's my brand. Okay. That's amazing. This song is so good. This song starting it up just gets you completely on board with everything before you realize just how scary this actually is. The one shot with the frame and the kitchen in the background should have been the first, like, oh, we're going down that route. But it really didn't go that way. Because then we had the Instagram song, the White Women of Instagram. That was amazing. I loved that so much. But no, we had the sock puppet before the Women of Instagram. Yeah, we had the sock puppet. That was terrifying. Mm-hmm. Yeah, then we had the Women of Instagram. Okay. Yeah, and then the reacting one got me. That one was like the reacting of the reacting of reacting. I was like, surely I'm not being that pretentious. I was like, oh no. Oh no. And that was kind of one of his points. I was like, ooh. It's like, if I'm being self-aware about being a douchebag, I won't be nearly as much of a douchebag. I kind of felt that because I'm going to be honest with y'all. The last week, I felt with two of my reactions I did last week, I did feel like I was kind of just, I don't know, not being too opinionated, but I was being sour and I didn't like how I felt afterwards. And it was one of those things where I thought, okay, people want my opinions. That's why they're watching. But it's like, it's not fun to listen to somebody that's just mad about something. So I'm like, I don't know how to remedy that. But I was like, oh, I didn't like the feeling I had watching those things and then feeling dour about it. So I don't know the solution of it because one was a movie that was commissioned and I was like, ah. And then the other one was the last episode of a show that I was like, eh. So it's such a weird thing, right? And I don't want to talk about other reactors because I don't want those other reactors to talk about me. And honestly, I don't watch a lot of other reactors. I used to. I watched Semblance of Sanity and Murder of Birds, mainly, and Klaxon, who was dating. I don't know if she's still dating Murder of Birds at the time because they were watching a show that I was really into. And that's kind of how I figured out what reacting was. But I don't watch a whole lot of other reactors, mainly because I don't have time. I just don't have the hours in the day to do it. And a lot of them are reacting to shows that I'm eventually going to watch. So I don't want to be spoiled. So that limits it as well. But I've seen some reactors that I like their style. I like what they have to say about things. They're really smart about stuff and they're kind of cool to listen to. But I've had other people react to other people and I watch their stuff and I'm like, this is popular? And I was just like, oh, they're kind of annoying. I was like, and I'm sure some people think that about me. They're like, oh, she's annoying. So I can't say anything. But yeah, it's just, everyone has their own sense of style and taste. And it's just like, okay. But I know some people have recommended people to me. And I was like, oh, I don't like their style at all. And it is what it is. But yeah, I'm like, interesting. That whole thing of like the mirror in the mirror. And then the Jeffrey Bezos, like about capitalism. And just, I feel like the one shot of him with the camera and then the microphone on the pillow and all of just the shit gear around him is so indicative of the entire series as a whole. It's crazy. Okay, so the sexting song. Yeah. I feel like I did not fully come into understanding my sexuality until the pandemic, which is weird because I'm in my 30s. So you would think a lot of people kind of know their sexuality their entire lives. I've really struggled with it, to be honest with you all. I've really struggled with it. I know that I like men. I'm attracted to men romantically, aesthetically. I know that, but I've just never had that kind of interest. Like when you're younger and they're like, oh, who's your Hollywood crush? And like, screw, marry, kill. I kind of like the screw one was always just like, eh. And I kind of just went with it and just named someone that I like didn't want to be around all the time. But I was like, they're hot for a minute. Like I just never had kind of the same reactions to things that other people had. And it made me very like not confused, but kind of dismissive. Like, oh, well, there's probably a reason for that, but I don't know what it is. And then during the pandemic, to tell you all a story, because Romania has not dated a lot of people for the reasons that I'm telling you. But there was someone that I had known when I was younger, like in college, like we had known each other through college. And over the pandemic, they contacted me again and we started talking. And it was fine. Like we talked and we had conversations and like we would chat for hours and it was really fun and I enjoyed it. And I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. And then the conversations got a little bit more intimate. And not to give you too much information, but the whole sexting, like the sexting conversation, that person would try to do that. And I remember this is kind of weird, but I was like, well, it's like writing fan fiction. So you just like write back what you'd write in a fan fiction, you know? And I remember just being like, well, be creative with it, I guess. But I got nothing from it. My body reacted in no particular way at all. And I was very confused and very much like, I don't know why this is not doing anything for me. It's not doing anything for me. It became like a chore. I was like, I guess this is working for them, but I was like, eh. And I remember at one point I like wanted to read a manga instead of sexting. And I was like, ah. So I was just like, I'll get to that later. I'm in the middle of this chapter. Also, Romania does not send nudes, so don't even. I was like, no, anyone that's ever sent nudes in their life, they end up on the internet at some point. So that's not happening. No ma'am, no sir, no them, no theys, none. So none of that. It was all just textual. But I don't know. And then they ghosted me after Valentine's Day in 2021. So it was great. And I never heard from them again. Fun times. I sent them a Valentine's Day gift, and I think that weirded them out. I sent them a Valentine's Day gift. It was coffee. You're welcome. And then they never talked to me again. So, well, I guess once everything started opening back up, I was no longer needed. It is what it is. I'm not mad about it, but this entire song about sexting, I just was having flashbacks, and I was like, yeah, the Ferris wheel and the ticket really got me. Because it's like, yeah, somebody sends you a picture, and you're like, what do I do with this? How do I interpret this? But yeah, crazy. Also, not sending nudes. Nope, no chance. I know where those end up. Yeah, the knife thing is creepy. Don't like the knife part. That part really scared me. I didn't like that. And the way that it was lit, and it just held on him holding the knife, and just the green light, and him just staring at the camera. That's some freaking Shining shit, and I ain't got time for that. That was terrifying. No, thank you. That was like 35 minutes in. And from that moment on, I was a mild bit concerned, as we should be, about his like deteriorating mental state. The problematic song, I thought we were going to see like his penis. I kept thinking we were going to see his penis because I was like, we saw his nipple, we saw his belly button an egregious amount of times. No one's belly button should be on display that many times. And it was just very disturbing. But yeah, I just watching him like deteriorate. And it's funny because his opening song is talking about like the white savior complex, about him being this man that's like the white savior, and then he crucifies himself like halfway through the movie. Then he talks about becoming 30 and feeling like he's wasting time, and that I can't say anything. I turned 30 in 2018, so 'twas a different time back then. It was a different time indeed. There's a lot of commentary in this movie about influencers and how our commercialization has become. The song that's probably the most powerful to me, I mean, the one song, the song about him turning 30 is kind of creepy. Like he's very exposed in that song and on display, right? Then he has that little self-referential moment where he talks about like he doesn't want to take his own life, but you can tell he's like kind of dismissive about his own saying right before the intermission. Terrifying. And then he cleans the windows. For the record, the equipment he used to film this and the lighting and everything is really, really good. Like, the lighting's insane. The lighting, the camera work, it's all so good. It's crazy good. Over the course of a very unusual year. Yeah. I'm assuming he started this around March of 2020 and then got done around March of 2021 because it came out in May. So that would be enough time for you to like edit and get it produced and do all of that, right? The one thing at the very beginning, you kind of saw like the little blip of him in the corner screen. And I was like, what the fudge is that? And it's the Twitch version of him, which makes me wonder, like at the beginning, is he playing this all like a game? And then that makes you wonder if like at the very end, when he leaves the house and can't get back inside, is that part of the game as well? It leaves you wondering that. I don't get on Twitch, so I don't play on Twitch and do that. I know of like the subs and all the stuff. I don't understand it. It's a lingo that I don't get, like how the subs work. I've only ever watched the VTuber Tanaka 101. Takahata 101. I've only watched Takahata do his VTubing on Twitch. That's like the extent of what I've seen. So yeah. But like just him crying and just being super sad, like the day was complete, find the flashlight, play the piano, cry 4 times. It's rough. Depression is rough. It's not good. And just seeing him like slowly just dive into this descent. The story, the song that was about the internet and having everything all at once kind of encapsulates how terrifying the internet is. And I, being 37, I know of a time where we didn't have the internet mainstream. I feel like the internet was always there. The internet was there and computers were there since I was a kid, because I remember going to a computer lab and playing games on those computers. They were always there, but the internet was like, up until high school, when I was in high school, the internet was this very, very limited thing and only few people had access to it. And if you had access to it, it was really just to do job things. Like my mother did secretarial work, and so she like would use tax books and she'd use Excel and Microsoft Word and like things. There was no entertainment value in the internet when I was very young because it was just for work activities. And then when I was in junior high, you started to get games like Roller Coaster Tycoon and Zoombinis and those, and there started to be like online components that were extras and they were little things. And then in high school, that's where the Flash animation came. So like Albino Black Sheep was the hub of just every weird animation and people experimenting and doing crazy things. Like my friends and I quoted Albino Black Sheep like it was nobody's business because it was like something new and fresh and edgy. And there were chat rooms and like MSN chat and people would be like age, sex, location. And you know, it all seemed very innocent, but you had access to things. But at the same time, it still felt like there were pockets of restriction. So like even then, I would go to my great grandma's and print out Sailor Moon coloring sheets. And I'd find like Sailor Moon things on the internet, but it was very limited. And you felt like you found little like treasure troves on the internet where you found a pocket of information that you're like, oh, what's this? Now, it's a matter of identifying what's actual information and what's just slop. What's just junk. So it's so crazy when he talks about, you know, having everything all at once. It's like, be happy, be horny, be bursting with rage. And then he's like, you know, when he talks about the internet and says, apathy's a tragedy and boredom's a crime. My great grandmother used to say, never be bored. But I think that her meaning of never be bored is different than the internet's. She was like Depression era, grew up in the 1920s during the Great Depression in the US and grew up with nothing. And so she was like we made our own dolls out of paper and we read books. And she's like, you know, you're only on this earth for a brief amount of time. Don't be bored. Always do something, learn something, try something, go somewhere, do something, but don't be bored. You're wasting your time. But her version of that was not be chronically online, just viewing schlop consistently and not getting anything out of it, which is, I think, what a lot of people do now. They watch things and they have their For You pages that's just endless junk, but it's not giving you any information. You're not learning anything from it. It's just there for a brief moment and then right. So I at least like with reactions, I want to try to apply some of my education to the videos. I want to apply some of like the things that interest me, but also have a conversation about the content because I think that's important. Like if you're just like, that was amazing and that was like the whole video, what was the point, you know? I felt so seen watching this. I really did. It's crazy. And I just feel like this was such a good movie. It was very scary. I was very nervous throughout the entirety of the second half. I was just getting more and more disturbed as it went on because his mental like deterioration gets worse and worse. And what I liked about this movie was it calls attention to how destructive this isolation is for him. But at no point, I mean, he does talk about, you know, his ideations a lot in this movie, which is one thing. But he doesn't just come out and say, I'm depressed. He doesn't come out and say, I'm depressed and suffering from depression. He says he's unwell. He says his mental health is not good. But he doesn't come out and like diagnose on screen. Instead, he knows that we, the audience, are going to figure it out. We're going to put the pieces together. But he also leaves enough of it ambiguous that it's like, okay, well, it could be this or it could be that. It also feels very intentional to be ambiguous, and it feels like he's giving us the audience options to pick from, which I appreciate. Like, I don't mind an abstract ending or an abstract concept if it's grounded in realism, which this is very much grounded in realism, and if it also is speaking from a place of sincerity, which it's speaking from a place of sincerity. Like, again, not to trash talk shows, but I've watched a couple shows where I've questioned, like, the creator. I was like, has this creator actually been through these things that they're talking about? And there's not a problem if they haven't. Lots of people write about stuff they've not actually experienced. People write about murder all the time. They've not actually murdered people that we know of, you know? But I feel, especially when people are talking about, like, mental illness and about its effects, sometimes when I read things or watch them, I look at it and go, okay, has that person actually been through it? Because I don't think they have. With this film, this is such an accurate take on this mental issue that it's so believable. And you are like, nope, this guy's going through it. Like, you just see the psychosis on the screen. It's crazy and very effective. And I just want to give him, like, the biggest hug. I want to give Bo Burnham the biggest hug, being like, it's going to be okay. We'll get through this. Yeah, the All Eyes on Me song was like a breakdown. Even like the last song wasn't even as crazy. They kept showing the moon getting lower and lower until it was on him like a spotlight and he's just naked there. That takes a lot of guts too. It reminded me of one of my favorite movies in college was Forgetting Sarah Marshall. And Jason Segel in that film, he's like nude on screen. And that takes a lot of guts to be nude on screen. It'd be hard. But yeah, at the very end, you see like the door open, there's a light, but everything else in the room is gone. Even the keyboard. And then he's outside and there's like, you know, the green foliage. There's the White House, the little thing. There's like the little stone pathway that leads him away. It felt very much like he died. Because then he can't go back in. And then at the very end, it shows Bo Burnham watching the film. And then he just kind of smiles in that moment. So good. Damn. Nicolas! Oh! I was like, as I was getting more and more concerned, I'm like, Nicolas, did you lead me astray? And have you given us a film that's terrifying to watch? Oh my God. No, that was really, really good. I feel honestly inspired by that. I feel very humbled, very called out, very seen, but also very inspired. So that makes me rethink a lot of things, honestly. And kudos to you, Nicolas, for getting that on my radar. Oh my God. So thank you for that. We have one more commission this month. Wild times indeed. Anyway. So I'm super excited. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts down below because I'm assuming you've probably seen this movie if you're watching a reaction to it. I want to know your thoughts, like your thoughts about the symbolism, your thoughts about the ending. Do you think he died? Do you think it's all like in his head, the ending? It's kind of abstract, but I think you could get multiple interpretations out of it. Did you relate to anything in this movie? Because I related to several things. I related to seeing the people on Instagram. I related to the sexting bit. I related to the social isolation. I related to, like, you know, people not, you know, the one line in the one song where he talks about the card saying get well being delivered by a drone was just, I was like, yeah, just like the lack of human interaction was insane. Josh Johnson just did a special about that $20,000 robot that the Neo that they're just putting out, which, by the way, that terrifies me. That's a whole different subject. That terrifies me to pieces. But he was talking about how, like, just hire somebody to clean your house and have an interaction with someone. Anyway, this makes me want to go talk to people and touch grass, so that's what I'm going to do. But anyway, in the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care, and yeah, I'm back next week with our last commission of November, and I'll see you all then with more reactions. Bye.